You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to be going over four different patterns for four different pairs. I'm going to be going over a 4 hour bat pattern for the total market cap, a 4 hour bat pattern for Bitcoin, and a 4 hour bat coin on Ethereum. We're going to go ahead and start with a bat pattern, breaking it down how a bat pattern is identified or how I look at it. If we start with our X to A and we measure that with the Fibonacci, we're waiting for it to retrace all the way back down 80%. Once it reaches 80%, I like to mark at a terminal bar. That is what this yellow range zone is representing. And as you can see, once we've had our terminal bar, we had our first type 1 reaction that gave us that first impulse that from the 886 specifically went over 107 points from that initial reaction right here, 1.63. So that was a very interesting part. Let me go ahead and mark that right there. This was a very interesting spot that the market chose to make its initial reaction, because as you see, it didn't continue past this 1.75 area. We had a failure back down all the way to the hop zone, and then we had a even stronger type 2 reversal back into what we have now, or our highest point we've had into the market, measuring down here from our hop level all the way up here. It's been a 268. So once we've usually identified on the 4 hour, I go down to the 1 hour time frame. Usually go down a time frame to see what it's looked like, or see what it looked like from that perspective. Well, it's not going to let me replay. We'll do that on Bitcoin. But it looked like, what did the price look like at that time when it was around there? To me, the first thing I see is after we hit our first terminal bar range, we came down to 1.63. When price started to react here, it didn't just shoot up, right? It gave you this engulfing candle, and if you look what's inside this engulfing candle, price was holding itself. It was rejecting out. It gave you this kind of wave. What am I looking for? Gave you just kind of wave formation, and then eventually broke up. But these aren't really the best type of trades we want to wait for. So we want to wait for the real ones that come down into our pocket, right? Came down into this hop level. Notice how it really gave you two entry opportunities from a 1 hour perspective to get in at this specific level. If you don't put limit orders, you know what I'm saying, you may be waiting for a execution time. Me, I would have waited for this certain part in time in the market where it engulfed, retested itself just before the initial break, and confirming this initial 88.6 1.63 leg, giving you the further continuation up into our target zones. So this total market cap bat pattern starting from 1.63, given our type 1 reaction, also with our type 2 reversal at the hop level, was a beautiful trade. Let's go over now to Bitcoin now. Starting right here at 37,000, giving us our type 1 reaction. Let me go ahead and blow this up. Yeah, there we go. Giving us our type 1 reaction right in here at the 886, same identity for a bat pattern, that 886 level. Came down, gave us our first type 1 reaction, failed over, same situation at the hop level, rolled back up, straight into that 50% retracement. If you're wondering how I'm getting my target levels, I'm measuring from the C leg all the way down to the completion of the move. Now, some people like to do it from the completion of the harmonic or other areas. It's subjective. Me, I usually measure the whole move, and price made a retracement up into 50%, almost 60%, 5,000 points. Great move. Let's go look at it from a lower time frame perspective. We can actually replay this one now. So let's go replay it as if we were there in time. Okay. You see that price initially came down below our objective area for a bat pattern at the 886, but initially regained itself, right? Giving you that same type of engulfing pattern, regaining itself in the trend. Once it regains itself, it tests the level, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to do the same thing, the total market cap, where it ranged out here just a minute and then boom, right? So you really have to know your level and know your placement, so you're not just sitting here waiting for a consolidated explosive move. We want to already be in the move and already be anticipating what's going to happen. So as we anticipated, it gained, it's a early retracement coming down later into our hop level, And then what is expected, this on Bitcoin actually gave you a little bit better of a structure, in my opinion, because we had an HSI signaling. If you aren't familiar with the HSI signaling, it's one of the signals on the harmonic patterns, signaling a break in the structure. I marked it by this pink dash line. Once price broke above that pink dash line, retested, you see the reaction that we have coming out. So this hop level, usually once it breaks below and confirms, this hop level is going to magnetize itself back into the move. So that's one of the cool things about it. One of a great move, again, on Bitcoin, coming all the way up into 50%. Nice move. We're going to move on to Ethereum now. Ethereum was a lot more of a sharper move. Same concept as well. We're looking at this X to A, B, C, D coming down to an 886 retracement, giving us our first type 1 reaction around 179 points. Then returned down to the hop level, 2370, giving you a reversal right back up to a 50% retracement, almost 455 points. Let's go down from a lower time frame perspective. Had our first initial reaction here. Okay. Price broke down, but immediately sucked itself right back in. Then price continued itself up, hitting our target zone here. Immediately it lost its strength. This is an interesting area right here, how I immediately lost its strength, but nonetheless lost its strength, came down to the hop level, hugged this level tightly as if it was anticipating it to come to this level. This is a great negative, a great level, that negative 13 extension level. Once it came here and identified itself here and engulfed, retested. We're on the hourly time frame, so this is only one hour that you would have been able to be witnessing this retest. Then the continuation up back into our terminal bar zone. Last time to load into price. Price actually sat in that terminal bar zone for quite a decent time, giving you another consolidation range. Then you're engulfing, retested, and now price is slowly confirming levels as it's walking up. So price is walking itself up with an overhead clouded resistance. This is why it's important to know your levels and be able to identify yourself at perfect opportunity, not perfect, but more realistic opportunities, which is why I like using the Fibonacci to where I can measure the move and be able to identify myself. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you're able to learn something. My name is Trev. Thank you. Peace.